Hello, and welcome to another episode of my HOI4 Let's Play series. This is Northstar. So this is a bit of propaganda. Churchill went about demonizing Stalin for years. He made that comment about not being able to... was it Neville Chamberlain was deceived by Hitler? I believe I can throw Stalin. He knew he was setting things up for people to raise an eyebrow because he was already... I mean, you can read his journals and stuff. He's dead now. He was... His memoirs, he was setting up Stalin to demonize him. And in fact, he started the Cold War with his Iron Curtain speech in the U.S. Midwest after he lost re-election in the UK. He wasn't even leader of the UK anymore when he did that. Excuse me. So, anyways, while I'm loading this up, if you folks haven't before, check out my YouTube channel page. Got all the previous videos in this series and all my prior series, my other HOI4 series. Bloody lag. Got what? 2 US Mexico multiplayer games, a US single player game that was, and a German single player game. None of which ever finished, unfortunately, because the multiplayer ones, the other people. Oh yeah, and there was, did a 3-person multiplayer, but that wasn't recorded. They had issues with the other people losing interest, with one other guy losing interest in one of the multiplayer games. The other, I accidentally deleted the file. I had two. It was alongside the US single player game, and I accidentally overwrote the multiplayer with the single player because they looked the same in the folder. I really wish there were subfolders for each like different world you have going, I guess, kind of like in Stars, how there's subfolders for each playthrough, galaxy, whatever. But there isn't in HOI4, unfortunately. And then with the, I didn't really feel good. I was afraid of upsetting the guy I'd done the multiplayer with if I could do the single player after that. So I discontinued it, started the Germany one, and then I got myself trapped with a war with the Soviets that I didn't want, and it was going very poorly. I try to remember if there was someone else. I think it was the US? No, I think it was just the Soviets, but I had a big faction. Balkan Federation was, I actually joined their faction, so it was winnable. I don't know. I was struggling to hold the river here. Gotten better at the game over time. Could probably hold it better here now. But now I'm taking on something that's impossible. Beating the US, which has just a gigantic manpower pool. At limited conscription, they have 1 to 2 million. And I think that's was still, have they completely omitted the Great Depression? They might have. So economic growth. No, there's still a 20% manpower debuff. So it's actually, yeah. And then it'll get bigger, that number. It's probably close to 2 million. It's an insanely large manpower pool. There's no way I can win this war. But, not that song, please, no. Alright, end of the tour, that's fine. So I'm playing in Syria. I'll probably continue playing this campaign. Oh, they're revamping hydro capacity, finally. Dumb AI. They should have done this ages ago. If I can give them full control of this, they'll also do, I would have to drive these enemy forces out of northern Norway. It would allow them to run the other industrial focus there. Meanwhile, I had shit before capitalist Norway, which actually, when you play Norwegian People's Sprout, they have enough intel to see that. I don't know if they have a spy and check their spy tab, or if it's just because they're adjacent heads in a civil war. But let's see, they can't do any of these. That's Deutschland. I guess that's the leading the largest fascist power currently on the map. So instead of Germany, they've already surpassed the Turkish Empire, though it says something about Turkish Empire before, but they denounced us. So yeah, it shows the Iron Cross of Germany, but there is no Germany in its alt history. This is a fragmented map, so like there's Prussia and stuff, but Germany is fragmented. Africa and South America start decolonized, or rather, having never been colonized. Eventually, yeah, they'll run one of the research slots, but once they've capitulated, they'll get off-map dockyards, but that's useless if they aren't actually government exile. They have nowhere they can deploy their ships. Off-map mill or civ would be far more useful, but not going to happen. So it's eventually, they're the faction leader. If they lose, right now I lose, but if I take over the faction before they surrender, then things will continue for a while until what'll end up happening is the US will naval invade Spain, get to Balearic Islands. That will allow them to leapfrog to Syria. It's 2 Z zones over, but I think they can just barely get some of their longer range fleets can just reach to about Great, which will give them just a little bit of naval supremacy. And even though they won't actually be able to do shore bombardment, actually no, they can just anchor a fleet here. They just can you? I don't think you can anchor a fleet outside of supply range, actually. So yeah, they might not be able to do shore bombardment, but they will be able to do naval invasion. Which means if I defend this coastline, especially if they can't do shore bombardment, I might be able to hold them off. Maybe. For now, training up these destroyers, getting what they actually lost experience because of a training accident. Getting what XP I can with exercises. I got these from Jordan. I wonder if Palestine is Navy. I'll gladly steal their Navy too. Yep. Quite a lot larger, actually, than Jordan. If I can get them, knock them out before they join any faction. They got a division here. Shoot. They previously had 2 up here. I need to attack both of these to hold them, and then this division can take Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. And that should cause them to capitulate. And if I do it quick enough, I can puppet them, actually create Israel, communist puppet Israel, and then march on Lebanon, Cyprus, get all the industry together. I can. Saudi Arabia, almost certainly, it takes a long time to reach Riyadh, so doubtful. Maybe if I had motorized divisions, but yeah, that's a mountain province. Yeah, it's highly doubtful I can knock them out before they join a faction, but I can occupy the peninsula. And if I eat up all of these, I can actually core it all with a formable. Arabian unification. So, cool. It'll be occupied but core territory. Get full use of it. Try and build the industry to maybe be able to survive against the US against naval invasion. But I'll want, among other things, CAS in this air zone. Levant air zone, yeah. They're putting artillery in every province that might be naval invaded, having lots of CAS, and they might use carriers to have some. Americans may have some aircraft, but fighters CAS, which the only nation that'll sell it to me is the UK, so I'll have to since it's not safe to get to buy equipment in the UK, very likely any convoys just get sunk. There are some convoy escorts opposing them in some of these regions. Let's see. Nothing until here, but yeah, there's no convoy escorts in the North Sea or western approaches. Oh oh yeah, these guys are doing this. So that will declare war on the Queen China's faction that just formed, the Asian Confederation. I'm not sure if China might end up joining that faction. It could have joined the American faction, but for whatever reason they wouldn't. Maybe there's some AI factor, but it's possible they join another Chinese one. But if that happens, it'll guarantee the Americans won't be able to really intervene. This is too far since they don't have any of the Pacific. I don't think Midway is controlled. Yeah, it's Kingdom of Hawaii. They don't have Midway or anything. Marcus Isle is the Mariana Federation. Central North Pacific. The Soviets actually demanded Alaska and got it from the Inuit, which the US will take back from them eventually. Adu Island is also taken. Oh, but that means, yeah, the Americans can definitely reach Alaska and then Adu Island. And that's definitely close enough to Queen China. So, yeah. By leapfrogging, at least as far as Apu Island, yeah, they'll eventually come and intervene. Darn it. Yeah, darn. People's Republic of China could be the last surviving faction member, but they'll fall eventually too. At which point I may swap to one of the other communist powers in the map. There are 3 that will survive: Karelia, Catalonia, and the Czechs for sure, and Denmark most likely. So there'll be the 4 communist nations left on the map. And actually the US will probably give Czechoslovakia back most of their territory when eventually the Central Powers attack them and attack the US and lose their faction. So maybe, I don't know if this unlocked the Czech focus tree if states get liberated them. I don't think so. But they'll exist even if they can't do any focuses, and that might not be terrible because this could cause them to go to war. Oh yeah, they haven't done the join the Comintern, or the Soviets are not a faction leader, so they'll never do any of these. But yeah, no, it would actually be better if they unlocked their focus tree fully, because the arms exports spirits, which I don't think they have yet. Extensive, no, they do. It's just fortification of the Steam land that they could do if they, and some of their stuff for research slots, like all these research bonuses, research slots, a war college. Wouldn't it be terrible if it could unlock it? The only way to do that was be a communist power to create an independent communist like Bohemia, and then it would merge, and that would unlock the Czech focus tree for sure. That's the way that works, but it's not likely to happen unless I managed it as like Karelia and the US gives back this territory. Maybe if as Karelia went to war with the Central Powers and alongside the US. Yeah, that's what I'd have to do. Karelia or Denmark. Or Catalonia, I suppose. Or Czechs could just define Central Powers when Americans are getting close. No, because you can't create a tag of yourself. So the Denmark would be the most interesting, but I'm also preparing Karelia for, probably I'll need to play as Denmark, create a faction with Karelia, or they can create one with me. I'm not sure I get the national spirit as Denmark, but the Karelians should have ideologic. No, they got why we fight. Oh yeah, because they're already non-aligned long enough. We don't have neutral foreign policy split spirit. We'll be able to create factions. It's possible they can create factions. I don't know. Oh, I'll ask for military access. know, the next time I check over them and try and get them to manage their affairs more properly, swap to them. But maybe Denmark, Karelia faction, I could push on the Central Powers, unlock Czechoslovakia, and then there'll be 3 major communist powers eventually, Catalonia, and just unite what's left of communism in the world to Marxism, really. Democratic socialist ideology, I think. The game calls democratic socialist democratic ideology, but that's because if you ever played the Red Tide mod, the devs explain this. Back then, what we now think of as democratic socialism was called social democracy, but the game devs in this game do it. Oh, because the Social Democratic Party of Germany claimed they wanted socialism or communism via reformist means over like many generations. So that would be democratic socialism, actually. But they called themselves social democrats. The terms mean something very different. And so but the capitalist ideology, which modern social democracy, is called democratic socialism in this game, which makes no sense. That the point is the terms are all messed up. The U.S. is now the occupier of the state because they asked for it and they got enough. That's a lot of resistance. Denmark keep organizing strikes on them and stuff. All right, let's go. Yeah. Let's keep this going for a while. I did get no compromise, no surrender on sale, so maybe eventually I'm going to try and bring this game back from, well, playing as essentially an ideology, not just a nation, especially starting in a tiny nation like Syria, not understanding mechanics I really needed to take advantage of, like tech slot juggling, because the way to have done that at the start would have been to start probably on basic machine tools, have another slot, something that's done sooner, saves up 30 days. I swap this into that slot and have the other thing, the one that was doing basic machine tools, or something else, or similar with construction. You start with only 2 slots, though, as Syria, right? You get your 3rd from Focus Tree 4th faction, so yeah, I would have had to waste a lot of progress time. I think these are the same base time. Not sure about that. Excuse me. No, base time is different for them. So I might have been able to use it to get one of these faster. It's not good for MIO stuff because it reduces MIO funding, but I could have used tech juggling. Maybe aggressively. Apparently, like, I puppeted Jordan and it didn't lock their focus tree. But they're running nav effort right now, so I could have puppeted my neighbors very early. Rushed flip with Civil War, puppet them very early. Stuff like that. I might have actually been able to be in a situation where this is winnable, like refusing the Tay issue so that these nations would join the Central Powers instead of America's faction. Ways I could have manipulated the diplomatic scene. This was not an unwinnable game from the beginning, but it became, you know, as Syria, unwinnable. My current knowledge of the game and skill level and stuff. Well, these guys are done retraining. I need men up here. I'm gonna try and drive these guys out. If I can take these 2 provinces. There's very, very little supply up there, so maybe I put them here. Close-ish. do this 0100, November 6th. Code anti-air, done. Get there right on time. These are only 15 width. Need to turn to 18. I'll probably finish retraining up there, but I need, yeah, if I'm gonna get the extra build slots and aluminum for Norway, I have to, these 4 states, 4 provinces up here, this, and this. And this will allow land route for Lend-Lease to Norway or buying the resources or whatever. They do have some aluminum. Be adding more. I don't really have steel, unfortunately. Oh. Okay, I was going to do this because this actually buff all my anti-air, even ones I bought. I definitely need the anti-air upgrade. Yeah, tech juggling often wastes research time to just get a critical tech earlier. Advanced artillery will in turn lead into advanced rocket artillery I'll grab next. After that, probably the last artillery tech here. Enables auto orders. Cool. This adds to motorized rocket artillery. Well, this gives a new type of rocket artillery, and this adds to all artillery attack. Night vision is a generalized buff, and after recon company, I could probably start destroyers before I do aircraft. If I get a few more, I can make better use of the refuel I get. I can run 1 more destroyer, basically. Sometimes they need to repair 1, maybe 2 more destroyers. Yeah, probably 1 in the long run. So I can produce a couple of destroyers. Very rarely buy fuel, I guess. Or I just turn them out for a while. Get Navy XP. The ones I've got probably anti-air cover, mainly. Not importing anything across the sea. Looks like my supply lines are coming from Spain? What? That I don't understand. Looks like they're coming from Barcelona, which is a neutral territory. I noticed that before. Or maybe Valencia. I don't get it. It looks like I'm getting my supply from Spain for the troops here in Norway. Something weird is going on there. That's all I hear too much of. But yeah, a couple of stores with anti-air guns. I guess they help if I suffer eventually American port strikes or something. Especially if I operate here and ships go back to Cyprus that might be in range of Balearics. Probably not. Probably not till Central Powers attack them, and then they'll take Crete, which definitely is in range and has an airbase. Right. Well, anyways, they might get basing rights someday with the Central Powers before they're attacked by them, or Greece. Greece might actually offer the Americans docking rights. They already offer them to the UK. Trying to figure out what to do with Navy. Most likely I just do mine layers anyways. These do naval exercises and produce mine layers and have them lay mines. These just pull in the port once I have the mine layers up. Just use the free fuel we got to lay a few mines. Something. Eventually need to buy fuel for it, but because the mines are probably worth it. Not producing anti-air artillery of my own, so I wish it would fight about that. This also makes anti-air provide bombing reduction. Eventually I could end up building that. Oh! Almost missed this. I can give out a medal now. Hero of the Revolution. Hit points. That should increase the division's hit points, so if they do get into a fight, they'll take fewer losses. When they take Jerusalem, they should get... And maybe Tel Aviv, if the capital moves there, they get 1 or 2 more medals. And then Beirut. It's possible I get a level 2 general right off the bat. But, with infantry officer, he has 400 XP. Wait. Giving out a medal reduced me to -2 political power? But the medal only cost 30, didn't it? Or was it 35? And whatever. And why didn't it let me do it? It was 35. Either way. Kind of want aircraft just so I can send some here and reclaim the more ground crews. And if you don't have any aircraft here, I can't disable it. Well, it gets weird. It should let me, but it won't unless I try and put some aircraft on a mission here. This game is just buggy like that. I need an Air Force, I need a Navy. I can probably just grab the If I can grab the Palestinian Navy, I'll focus on producing some aircraft. Probably initially some aircraft that just... I can't afford to mess with trainers and stuff. Well, no, I could produce basic aircraft, a few of them, and train pilots up to regular on them, and wouldn't produce many, but start lose production efficiency. Nah. Just when I start producing aircraft, I'll just start right off with some CAS here, and those that can evade the American biplanes mostly should be able to. This guy's missed a day of retraining or exercises. Oh, what? Supply is going all the way up there. Oh yeah. Some hub supply can even reach here. So I could actually probably put some divisions here. Might not be a terrible idea. See what their supply levels look like when they're there. Also slightly reinforces. Not great, 42%, but also not, apparently they stored up supply over there. So I should probably put them back. Alright, well, anyways, they'll eventually move there when I'm ready. Next artillery crews are getting cold acclimatized. These would be the best divisions I can really raise. 46 organization, etc., etc. Naval exercises give me a lot of Navy XP, a lot more than I expected. A lot more efficient than... I got this upgrade, rough terrain specialist, but... No, I need to give these guys anti-air guns first before then. Should end up looking like 42.5 orc. Really not great. I have the Air Army XP and alright, duplicate or plus AA. So I don't have the automatically, I can pick and choose where it gets the anti-air first. This is going to be real spam. 40 anti-air needed, 98 available, so I can't do it everywhere. Probably do where I suffer the most actual combat, which include here. Supplies are a little tight here and here. I'll do one more. And one more I shall do. I should be 2 anti-air artillery pieces shy. I'll be getting more from Iraq, actually. One more. I'll be 1 anti-air artillery shy. And I'll lose some in combat. Oh well. They renamed themselves Al-Muthana, Iraq. It must have something to do with, Rally the Arab World, maybe? No, revoke the Anglo-Iraqi Treaty. They are going to join a non-existent faction. German Reich does not exist. Maybe it just, the tooltip is wrong and it's targeting Queen China. That would be bad. And they would occupy me. There is no... this could just be a bypass. And then maybe they do all the Axis investment thing. Axis training. It could be that this is lit up because they actually bypass join the Axis. That's very likely what it is. If they do that, they can join someone's faction of the Tat. More build slots, but that's not necessarily a good thing if I can't actually take them down. They formed the Arab League. They get off-map Civ. Only for really nations are in their faction. It should be no one, really. Unless I conquered them, and then they'd be in a faction as a puppet. But they have to be faction leader for that, so yeah. Ever. This guy helps the railways and refineries. Not looking to do a refinery anytime soon. Anyways, 4 factories. Can definitely buy That one's got trains other than Latvia, which is going to get cut off when Poland collapses. Won't be able to actually get those trains, very likely. Some at war with Soviets. Artillery? Not the British. Estonia won't be able to, or Latvia won't be able to actually get those. Ah, Romania. Well, or Afghanistan. Mm-mm.